why don't we just call it tax and make it fair for everyone?
Do you know?
And me and you pay the same thing. Why do you have to pay zakat?
By the way,
to go to
why shouting? Calm down. Calm down. Don't you shout.
To get a word in. So
to get a word in, you don't have to shout. Calm down.
So you're paying a tax or a zakat, whatever you want to call it, which is part of your religion. Yeah. I have to pay that.
No, you don't pay zakat. You don't pay zakat.
I'm paying a tax.
You're paying jizyah, which is not zakat, and it's not
Jizyah,
based on your religion.
What is jizyah in English?
Jizyah is not an English term, it's an Arabic term. Jizyah in English would be roughly translated as the Ahl Kitab, the people of the book who have to pay it. So now I wouldn't call it tax.
What would you call it then?
I would call it, in the case, there is no modern term for jizyah, because the countries today.
I just spoke
we have no issue with it. Is that poll tax? Can I poll tax?
Okay, let Ali make a point. Go on. Everybody else did.
No, start. You made a very valid point.
No, go on.
This is a scenario between Umar ibn Khattab and a Jewish man. Yeah, okay. Umar was passing. Umar, you know Umar ibn Khattab?
Radhiyallah.
You don't know him, yeah?
The second caliph.
Second caliph.
Yeah. Okay. He was passing by a Jewish man, an old man. Yeah. Okay. And he found the man begging. And Umar touched the old man and asked him whether he was a Christian or a Jew. Yeah. So he asked the man, "Are you a Christian or a Jew?" The man said that he was Jewish. The blind man further said to that he begged in the day so he could provide for himself in the daily needs, for his food and to pay the jizyah. Yeah? Look what Umar ibn Khattab says. To which of the people of the book do you belong? He said, I am a Jew. Responded the blind man. Umar took him by the hand, led him to his own house, gave him something from it, food, and then sent him to a keeper of the treasury with this message. See this man, so this is a letter that he wrote to the man, yeah? See to this man and his life, for we have not done right if we devour their youth and neglect their old age. The religious tax is for the poor and the needy. The poor are the Muslims, the needy are the Christians or the Jews, yeah? He freed the man from paying the jizyah.
Why the needy, the Christians and the Jews?
That's what he says. I don't know why they said that.
That's one of the rulings to whom it should be paid to.
No, I'm just saying why is the word needy being specifically applied?
Why are
there no needy?
No. The poor are the needy. The poor are the needy.
No, the needy of the Jews and Christians.
Yes.
They could be needy of the Muslims. They could be needy of the
because needy wasn't mean specifically.
No. So what I'm trying to say
is the poor amongst them.
What I'm saying is, if it was discriminatory, like you're saying, Umar ibn Khattab would never grab him by the hand, would have never took him to his house. He would have said, "Oh, you're a Jewish man." Yeah. The most he would have done is, "Okay, don't pay the tax." Yeah. But the thing that you need to understand is the same aspect with the Sharia law. When people come and say to us, "Oh, you guys can stone to death and cut the hand of the thief," we're like, "Look." No, you cannot tell me where to stand, yeah? No, you cannot tell me. Okay, alright, okay. Sorry, man, you have this relationship.
I know, he's a joker, man.
You call my friend a joker?
In a good way, man.
So basically, it's not discriminatory in that aspect. You get what I'm trying to say? Because at the end of the day, when lands are being conquered, so for example, the Romans, when the Romans would conquer lands, they believe me, people would love if the Romans came and said, "We will spare your life."
Listen.
If you pay the jizyah.
Very quickly.
Yeah. Why very quickly? Don't break.
I want to forget my point.
Okay, remember in your head. Just repeat in your head.
Write it on your phone.
Good. Okay. Now, the Romans, and other empires, they would never give this. They would never ever give this option, So the Muslims, of course, kill them, ransack them. Trust me.
No option of jizyah.
Believe me, if we brought the Christians and the Jews who lived at the Islamic State, at that time here, okay, they would say we would rather live there and pay 1 dinar, then come here and pay 40% tax. So the issue is now, have you ever lived in an Islamic state before?
I have not.
Okay, should we go and look at people who have lived in an Islamic state and see what they say? Should we do that? Because you know why? Because
it's not part of the argument.
We had it in Syria. It wasn't right.
No, sorry, but there you go.
Syria, what?
You had in Syria, you're right, because that's not Islamic state. That's
which Syrian emperor? Which Syrian emperor imposed jizyah?
Okay, one second.
What country right now would you define?
Apparently there isn't a pure Sharia law in the whole world.
None of the countries today impose jizyah.
No, one second.
Okay? What's an Islamic state?
And this is
Islamic state?
What you said there, my friend, is the very reason that you should cut down on
ruled by the
TV
Islamic Sharia
and read, because that state.
So you make the assumption that I watch TV?
If you do not watch TV, I do not know who watches TV.
Certain
The only thing I watch on TV is football. That's it. Listen, let me. There's enough information out there for you to go and get whatever you need to get from lots of different sources without watching TV.
Okay.
You just stand there. Listen, You can say what you want to say, yeah? What we were talking about originally, that tax is unfair.
It's not unfair.
No, you can't say
it's not
admit to it, that's it.
We told you many times it's not unfair.
Clarification that jizyah is the tax for the people of the book.
Yes.
What do the atheists pay?
They get killed.
I want to know the answer. I want to genuinely know the answer.
It's a good question, but I don't have the knowledge.
You don't have the knowledge.
Come on, bro.
I repeat again.
Maybe you get.
I repeat again. I'm not going to come here and talk about maths I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, now, one second.
Let him finish his point before he forgets.
I'm trying to make a point. Yeah, okay. So, to laugh at someone that doesn't know something is a bit silly and a bit childish. You know why? Because I'm not going to pretend I know something that I don't know.
You just took the piss out of me watching TV 2 minutes ago.
Yes, you do. Okay, how do you know Islamic State is in Syria? Sorry? How did you find out Islamic State is in Syria?
How did I find out?
How did you have a dream, a vision like Paul had when he was going to Damascus?
No, because I know people who travelled to Syria and came back.
Okay, so you know people that... Who do you know? One second. Who do you know he went? Because that sounds a bit dangerous. Do you know people that travelled to Syria and came back?
What, so everyone in Syria is a terrorist? Is that what you're saying?
No. You said you know people who've gone to Syria. What have they gone to Syria for?
They've got family there that are originally from Syria. That's
There's
why.
a war happening in Syria.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you...
They didn't specify when they went there.
One second.
Okay, by the way, they need an answer to the question about...
Syria was before
You're not answering my question.
Ali, listen, I asked 5 minutes ago to get a word in. You said you're finishing.
What was your question, by the way?
You said, my question was, have you lived in an Islamic state?
Oh, I see.
He said no. I said, should we go to the people in history who have lived under it and see what they say?
You got a time machine?
And then you came and said,
you have a time machine?
Kind of,
Dig
yes.
them up?
No, better than that, yeah? Okay.
Better than digging them up.
Yes. Sorry?
Would you like to live under?
Okay, by the way, Ali,
100%.
Ali,
he would, because nothing will happen to him.
No. You know, you would love to live in it. Should I tell you something? Let's look at Jewish people.
Bro, allow preaching, man.
You're broadening this when there is more focus.
You can call it preaching,
But you're coming in,
preaching.
let's answer that previous question, the one they asked.
Even Hashim wants to the word.
No, you asked the question, what happens to the non-people of the book, the non-Muslims. So there's two different opinions on this. One, at that time when they used to have wars against each other, the pagan Quraysh and so on, no, it wasn't that. There are two options. One option, that they actually accept Islam. If they disagree to accept Islam, listen. If they disagree to accept Islam, they have the right to migrate. If
they have the right to migrate.
That's
a right.
Well, it's better than what the Christians gave them.
Yeah, so to men, women, and children.
Better than
the our religion or F off. What's the third one?
By the way, it wasn't F off, it was migrate.
Yeah.
Like I said, do not use your logic. Okay? The third option was, if they still insist, then they should fight.
Yeah.
Fight?
Yes.
Oh wow, so they can't just...
Now wait. Now the final bit, guys, wait a minute, I still haven't finished. The final bit, like today's governments, they have the right to now abolish the jizyah, if they want, not abolish in the sense that completely say that it is haram or anything, but they have the right to say, no, we don't require jizyah because we are self-sufficient maybe. And they have the right today, many of the Muslim countries have now allowed Hindus. You go to Gulf countries, thousands of Hindus there. Yes, hundreds of thousands who are not people of the book. So now it is also up to the ruler to allow them to stay in the country without any penalties.
But they have the choice. So
why you guys are quiet now?
The ruler has the choice.
Why are you shocked about what? I gave you 4 options. Which part were you shocked about?
Because none of those options were just like, oh, you're a human being, you can live here.
Oh, so now you go back. Wait.
I mean,
what do you think?
It's the same in the UK, right? You're a human being, you can live here.
What do you think was the 4th point?
Why?
Because if you're working, you have to pay tax.
Yes,
of course, but not a discriminatory tax.
It's not a discriminatory. We told you already. By the way, I gave you the 4th option.
Ali,
Can I say something? You're living in a fairy
No, wait, Ali. You said it was. You said it was inhuman. I want to know from the 4th option, what was inhuman?
What was the 4th option?
The 4th option, the ruler decides who wants to live and not.
Because it's
without imposing any punishment.
Up to the ruler, not the human
of course.
Being. The human being should have the right to decide whether.
Who do you think legislates the laws?
But Hashim, the ruler could say.
And you actually don't.
You have to get a vote.
Sorry?
The ruler could say you have to fight.
The ruler has voted in.
You can never vote for
the ruler. I'm saying in the 4th option. In the 4th option, I gave you. It is no different to a normal. Sorry, like UK.
A totalitarian dictator tyrant that has not been voted in.
He's never going to get
forced in.
Oh, now you're changing the topic about democracy.
No.
Wow.
No. I'm
wow.
The ruler decides.
I'm sorry.
By the way, you as a Christian have to obey that totalitarian according to your book. the book of Romans. Do you remember that?
It doesn't make him morally right, though.
Well, your Bible says
my
so.
action morally right.
So your Bible, you're going against your Bible. You said, you know, your Bible says if you do not agree with that ruler of that country, you are opposing God Himself.
Yes, but when did I say
So what,
that?
so what is your verdict? You said this is a totalitarian dictator. You have no choice according to your Bible but to follow that totalitarian dictator.
I don't think you guys know the definition of discrimination. I don't.
No, I think you don't know the difference between comparing a religious legislation to a liberal legislation. You don't have a clue about the difference between the two. That's the reason you're comparing apples and oranges all the time.
Can I just clarify?
Yeah, please do.
Would you rather live under Sharia law?
Yes.
So if you were accused of a murder, would you rather be tried under
Sharia law? Sharia law, yes.
100%.
Yes.
1 billion
Do you
percent.
think there'd be a better chance of justice?
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%.
Why is that?
No, wait. Before we answer that, what makes you think it is injustice?
Because British law...
No, about the Sharia law. Forget about the British law. You assume that it is unjust compared to what, British law? Now tell me one reason why you think it is unjust.
Because in British law...
No, not British. You said the Sharia is unjust. Okay, go on.
You've got a jury, you've got an independent judicial
And you think we don't?
Let him answer.
You've got, thank you. You've got a barrister to defend yourself. You've got 12 members of the jury who form an independent opinion, and it says independent and as fair as it possibly can. It's not perfect, but it's as fair as it possibly can be. Can you maybe educate me how Sharia law is fairer than a trial?
Before we educate, that's fine. That's fine. Before we educate you, have you already assumed it is unfair?
No, I'd like to
No, but I totally understand, but I want an answer to this question. Have you already assumed?
I haven't made any assumptions right now. I'm open for you to persuade me why the Sharia law assistant.
But you see, if you
answer the question.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
If you had asked that question at the very beginning, then I would have had no problem. But your question was this: would you rather be tried under Sharia or under the British law?
So explain to me.
No, it is an assumption. It is an assumption. Okay, first and foremost, you said it is a fair trial. Yes, I remember the trial of O.J. Simpson. We all do, don't we? Yes, the jury, the judge, and wait, I'm talking
about British law, not American law.
How different is it? How different is it? How different is it? Are you telling me the jury and the judge and the solicitor cannot be bought?
No.
Are you telling me they cannot be bought?
Can you just take us through the Sharia?
Do you mind if I answer instead of you butting in every time? Let me answer him. Let me answer him. Look, are you telling me that the jury? Listen. Okay. The jury, the judge, the lawyer representing you, are you telling me these people cannot be bought?
Okay, do you want to answer that?
Of course you can.
I just said it's not a perfect system. Sometimes there is, sometimes the judge or there could be some corruption. The police could be corrupt. It's an imperfect system, but the way it's practiced, generally, if it's not corrupt, then it's as fair as it possibly can be. But please, can I just ask me? Explain to me how Sharia is a fairer system. I'm really interested to know.
Because in Sharia, we also